Good evening, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome to a very impromptu Saturday stream of PrimeCutGames. And tonight we're going to be doing Arkham Horror, the Dunwich Legacy, Scenario 1B. So if you've been following us on YouTube, I'm not that great at this game. I haven't been doing so hot in the Night of the Zealot campaign. In fact, I basically just got my teeth kicked in the entire campaign. So we started out with the Dunwich Legacy on the last stream, and I managed not to complete the objectives I wanted, but to complete the objectives that didn't lead to resignation or defeat. So, super awesome. I'm excited. The deck finally seems to be humming a little bit. Starting to figure things out, getting things the way I like them. Still learning the game. So, if you're watching this, thank you for learning along with me. Whether it's through our YouTube channel or watching live here on Twitch, much appreciated. I'm sorry that the stream schedule is a little wonky right now. That will change hopefully as things get more settled. Those of you who have viewed us frequently in the past can probably tell that things are changing behind me. There's not a big stack of game stuff in the corner here. I'm in the process of packing, so things get a little crazy, and I will be moving next week. So I wanted to get Scenario 1B out. I do have all of the scenario packs for Arkham Horror now, as well as the first campaign box for The Path to Carcosa. So I'm going to be doing these in order when I can, streaming them, throwing them up on our YouTube, and going from there. So let's get into it tonight. We have Scenario 1B, The House Always Wins in the Dunwich Legacy. We did rescue Professor Morgan Stark. I think that's who Nope, Warren Rice. Warren Rice. Tonight's Morgan Stark. Francis Morgan. I'm really bad at these names. Yep, Warren Rice last time. We did rescue him. I don't think I put him in the deck. Let me look really quick. And then I will reshuffle. I believe he's a 0 cost. We did not. Mainly because we have Leo DeLuca, and I don't want to not have Leo DeLuca out. It doesn't make sense. So we sent Professor Rice off to Dr. Armitage's house, where he is hopefully safe. Left, things like the shotgun there, all that extra equipment that comes along. We took the dynamite blast and Jenny's trusty twin 45s along with us, and we're headed to a gambling club, which, let's be honest, looks like Jenny Barnes would fit right in a high-end lounge in the 20s. So, which is, I imagine, around the time frame that this is set in from the art, which I must say is masterful. So, let's get into it. Scenario 1B, The House Always Wins. Dr. Armitage suggested you track down his associate, Dr. Francis Morgan. He's not sure whether Dr. Morgan is in trouble, but he's not particularly happy with his colleague's present choice of company. He's in the Clover Club, a notorious gambling joint somewhere downtown. Finding the club's exact location isn't easy. You have to grease a few palms just to learn which of the downtown restaurants operates as the club's front. Interesting. That restaurant is La Bella Luna, a somewhat upscale Italian eatery by the theater. Could we pack any more tropes into this description? This is an amazing world and wonderful, and I'm not ragging on it. It's just kind of funny that, yeah. You change into your Sunday best and make your way there. In front of La Bella Luna stands a man in a pinstripe suit who sizes you up as you approach. Enjoy yourselves, he says with a snake-like grin as he holds open the restaurant's front door. And we look at him questioningly, going, who else is he talking to? Is there somebody next to us? Is it the ghost of Izzy? Oh, man. So, yeah, gather all the cards, which I've done. I've set aside what it instructed us to. We will begin play at La Bella Luna. At the start of the scenario, each criminal enemy gains aloof. Aloof means they don't engage with you. You have to engage with them. So, making progress there. Until that changes, and then the what looks like the Clover Club pit boss is going to come after us in a fury, because he is a hunter. So, got everything set aside. Let's set this aside, because awesome of FFG to print that to where we won't know what is going on. With the resolutions, can't accidentally see. We've got our 5 resources. Let's see what we can mulligan into. And then I'll read the agenda and the act. Got a Leo, twin 45s, I think. Mulligan. I think we just mulligan one. Got the twin 45s, I got Leo. Maybe I mulligan the twin 45s here. I think it's kind of early. I can't see mulliganing those, but I think I can mulligan overpower right now. I don't think I'll need it early. So let's just mulligan those two, because I'm going to toss out Leo right away. So we're going to mulligan Knife and Overpower, draw 2. Guts and Flashlight. That's actually really good. I like that. Like having the Flashlight early, and Guts helps us deal with anything off of the encounter deck. So let's shuffle in. Just a few shuffles here. See what's what. And then we will read the agenda and the act and get this show on the road. I will say, if you're watching and you're new to this game, I do suggest going back, just YouTube PrimeCutGames. The logo for it looks exactly like the logo on the mat here. And going through, I am not great at this game, but if nothing else, I can show you what not to do. So, let's go with the agenda. You have entered the Clover Club Casino in search of Dr. Morgan. The club is bustling at this late hour, filled with patrons looking to relax and drink, or make it big. You don't appear to be in much danger. Each criminal enemy gains aloof. Forced. If an investigator deals damage to a criminal enemy, immediately advance. And it takes 4 doom to advance. And there is some nasty looking scorpion creature thing here. That looks like some brood mother of some sort. That's pretty nasty. Pretty nasty. Definitely something out of a horror movie. Okay, Act 1A, Beginner's Luck. You need to find Dr. Morgan. The club is packed. Perhaps somebody knows where he is. Automatic response thing. The circle with the arrow. When you reveal a chaos token, you may treat that token as if it were any other token in the chaos bag. If you do, remember that you have cheated. Group limit once per round. Okay. Objective. When the investigators have collected the requisite number of clues, they must immediately spend them and advance. Okay. Alrighty. We are at La Bella Luna. La Bella Luna was a multi-purpose establishment. La Bella Luna has 2 shroud and 1 clue per investigator. The music is cliche and they only serve spaghetti. As far as covers for underground speakeasies go, it's not particularly creative. I like that FFG, very tongue-in-cheek, and I can go along with that. It also has an action to resign. This was a bust. So, we are there. I think we play Leo and draw some cards. I can move into the lounge. I think I need to investigate this first, so. Gaining resources 1. Spending all 6 is 2 to play Leo. Do I draw, or do I gain a resource, gain a resource? I think I draw and I gain a resource. I'm going to draw and see what I draw. I might draw and actually use Unexpected Courage to investigate La Bella Luna right here to get a clue rolling. I think starting off strong with 1 clue, because that'd be 5 versus 3. I don't think that'd be bad depending on what we draw here. So, draw 1. Ooh, drew right into Perception. That's really good because that's basically a free draw at the moment. So that's 1. I'm going to investigate, committing Perception. So that's 5 versus 2. I'm not going to use the flashlight for 6. The question is, do I commit Unexpected Courage here? I don't think I do. I think I just go 5 versus 2 and hope we get it and hope I can get this card draw off. Because then it costs me nothing to do this. -1. So 4 versus 2, I get the clue. That was my 4th action of the turn, but I still get to draw off of Perception. Drawing into Arcane Studies, that's really good. Now I'm a little resource starved at the moment, but I think I'm in a really good shape. So now I'm going to draw a card for the upkeep phase, drawing into Lone Wolf. Gain 2 resources, because Jenny Barnes, normally you only gain 1. And Mythos phase. Doom, doom, doom. Draw. Arousing suspicions. Revelation. Place 1 doom on each criminal enemy at your location. If no doom was placed by this effect, lose 2 resources. Okay. Don't know which I would have preferred there. Alrighty. My turn. I'm going to use 1 to gain a resource, 2 to play Lone Wolf, 3 to move to the lounge. We're going to flip over. Oh my gosh. Well, in Act 1, it's got 2 shroud. While in Act 1, Clover Club Lounge gains action, discard an ally asset from your hand, gain 2 clues from the token pool, limit once per game. Cool, cool, cool. Cool, cool, cool. That was 3. Do I gain a resource? Or do I draw a card? I think I'm just going to gain a resource here. Because that'll put me at 4. And I can drop the flashlight and move. So I'm pretty good with that. Because Lone Wolf's now going to start auto-generating some stuff. So gaining the resource is good. Resource played. moved, gain the resource. Yep. Just making sure for myself. Now, upkeep, I draw a card. Nice. Gain 2 resources. Upkeep's over. Mythos phase, Doom. Draw. Swarm of Rats. It's into play in the Clover Club Lounge. It is not a criminal enemy, so it comes engaged. Now is my turn. Do I shoot these rats? I think I shoot these rats. Oh, beginning of my turn, I gain a resource from Lone Wolf. Let's see what we got here. Got 4. I don't want to drop the twin 45s if I can help it for right now. I think I shoot the rats and move on into the bar. Or the card room. One or the other. So, anything I can commit for this. Maybe I just commit Unexpected Courage just to make sure. Yeah. Okay. Gonna attack the rats, committing Unexpected Courage. So, it's 5 versus 1. 0. I punch those rats across the room. They only have 1 hit point, fortunately. That was 1 move. Two. 3. No, 3. We're going to the bar. Well, it has 3 Shroud. Well, it is an Act 1. Clover Club Bar gains action, spend 2 resources, gain 2 clues. From the token pool and draw 2 cards. Remember that you have had a drink. Limit once per game. Need to check the rules really quick, guys. I don't know if it answers this, but I'm also gonna. Okay, so hunter enemies do follow you because it says during the enemy phase, each ready unengaged enemy with the hunter keyword moves to a connecting location along the shortest path towards the nearest investigator. So, the Clover Club pit boss is going to follow me. The question is, do I move to the card room, or do I stay here and hope I can jink him, zigzag as it were, over to the card room next turn. I just don't know if having a drink is a good idea. I really, if it's one thing this game's taught me, it's that you want to be really, really careful when it tells you to remember something because it might be bad. I think I just gain a resource here. Or do I draw a card? Or do I play the flashlight? I think I just gain a resource here. As number 4. Okay. Enemy phase, the pit boss will move here. He does not engage me because he has the aloof keyword. Gonna spread those out a little more. I mean, really, won't be that hard to knock off. Upkeep, ready. Gain my 2 resources, draw a card. Nice. We're going to be dropping the twin 45s for a lot. Hey, Mythos phase. Hope we don't advance the agenda. Ready? Draw. Something in the drinks. Revelation. Each player who has had a drink loses 1 action. See? Why does it say Surge? Surge is new. This is the first one I've seen with Surge. Let's look at Surge. Wonder if it works the same as it does in Marvel Champions. Let's draw another card. I lost an action, but I didn't because I have not had a drink. See? I knew bad things would happen. But I did get a mobster. As a retaliate, Humanoid Criminal Syndicate. After a mobster attacks you, lose 1 resource. But he's a criminal, so he has the aloof keyword and does not immediately engage with me. Okay. My turn. Beginning of my turn, Lone Wolf gets me a resource. We're going to move to the card room. That's 1. So that's 1. 2 to play emergency cash. Three to play the twin 45s for 9. Or do we... maybe 8? Maybe 6? 6 might work well. No, because there's no test there, so... let's do 7... 8, 9. Let's just load up. So let's make sure we're packing some heat. We got Jenny's twin 45s with 9 ammo on it. That's a lot. And we are going... oh no, 7. Because I have to spend 2 resources to do that. So let's gamble. Action, spend 2 resources. Gamble. So if it has the bonus symbol, I get 2 clues and gain 2 resources. If it's an even number, I gain 2 clues. If it's an odd number or anything else, nothing happens. It's an odd number, nothing happens. I lost, basically. Okay. That was it. I need to remember to start doing that. He does not have Hunter, but he does. Okay. He just moves. Okay, ready? Things up. Let's keep the enemies on that side so that nobody gets confused. Especially me, because I have been known to. Ready, ready, Gain 2 resources. Draw a card. Treachery. Revelation. Put internal injury into play in your threat area. The end of your turn, take 1 direct damage. It costs 2. This must be my new weakness. I normally shuffle and change my weakness between scenarios. I don't know if that's what you're supposed to do. It feels good to me because I see new cards and I don't feel like my weakness is the worst thing in the world ever. Okay. Cool. Mythos phase. We are advancing the agenda. Your questioning has drawn the attention of several men, hired thugs by the look of them. Francis doesn't want to be bothered, one of them says. We suggest you leave the premises before we force you to leave. Shuffle the encounter discard pile into the encounter deck. If the players have completed extracurricular activity, advance directly to Agenda 2B. If the house always wins as the first scenario, advance to Agenda 2A. So I'm going to go directly to Agenda 2B. Okay. I have to shuffle the encounter discard pile into the encounter deck, and then we will proceed from there. That makes me worried. I lost the card. It was a bad card. I shouldn't pick it up. Okay. In case anyone's wondering what I have sleeved right now, everything is sleeved in the FFG sleeves. FFG has stopped making the sleeves. I don't know what I'm going to move to. Being completely honest, I would love to move to katanas. Katanas are very expensive. So, I don't like unsleeving and re-sleeving things. I like leaving things sleeved. I have some experience with the Sleeve Kings sleeves. I have all of my Marvel Champion stuff sleeved in those. I really like them. They're really, really nice. They aren't as thick as the FFG sleeves or as big. So there is that. They give a little more snug fit on the cards. I like the way they shuffle a little better. You're going to have less bent edges and corners, especially if you shuffle as badly as I do. But Ultimate Guard katanas are the best sleeves on the market. Okay. Players have completed, so now we advance to Agenda 2B. Underground Muscle. Most of the other patrons seem oblivious to the mobsters and goons closing in, but you recognize this for what it really is. You're about to get roughed up. You hear a crash from somewhere outside and screams of pain in the lounge. A terrible monstrosity smashes through the entrance to the club, crushing the stairwell and knocking over gangsters and patrons alike. Spawn a random enemy from the set Hideous Abominations encounter set in Clover Club Lounge. Shuffle the rest of the encounter set, the set-aside Striking Fear encounter set, and the encounter discard pile into the encounter deck. Move all investigators and unengaged enemies from the Labella Luna to the Clover Club Lounge. Remove Labella Luna from the game. Okay. Labella Luna is RFG'd. We're going to pick something here. This advanced quickly. That escalated quickly. Servant. Really? I guarantee you it was the worst. Yeah. It was the worst one. These guys have one attack. Like, they are hunters. But the Servant of the Lurker seems bad. Okay. And then these treacheries, which is the rotting remains and the frozen in fear, I think. Yes. Frozen in fear has been so good against me. So good. Things are bad. Things are very, very bad. Okay, move. But it only says investigators and unengaged enemies from Libella Luna, so I don't think I move. I think I can just stay in the card room. Servant of the Lurker is a hunter who can take one move and just come right at me. So let's see what we can do. I'm shuffling in hopes of Frozen in Fear goes not. Yeah. So 7. Amidst the chaos and confusion, the strange abominations attack everyone in the club. Screams echo through the halls as the blood begins to spray. Forced, at the start of the enemy phase, discard each criminal enemy in the same location as an abomination enemy. Okay. Glad we have the twin 45s locked and loaded. Beginning of my turn, Lone Wolf is going to get me a resource. I would just like to add that I think this scenario would be much, 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 much easier. Because with 4 players, you could just investigate La Bella Luna, end it, and advance to Act 2 right away. I'm not sure if the solo solo might be hard mode still. Okay. Anyway, it's my turn. Stop complaining, get to working. Then on my turn, I take 1 directed damage. That 1, 2, 3, spend 2 resources. I think it is. Yep. Action. Get rid of internal injury. 3, 4. So I draw 2 cards. Oh, it is not my night. Location furthest from me. There are literally 0 locations furthest from me. Everything's going to come to me. I think I put it in the card room. Yeah, card room. Mainly I'm putting it in the card room because of the Grim Rule. The Grim Rule states that when things are equal, put it in the location that's worse. Card room has 3 shroud, lounge has 2 shroud. So I'm going to put it in the place with 3 shroud because the Grim Rule says make it as hard as possible. As if that didn't already happen. But I drew the bandolier, and I get 2 clues. This is once per game, so I'm going to turn it upside down. That way I know I can't use it again. Now, enemy phase. Moves, engages. Right? Or does moving exhaust the enemy? Okay, for example, a ready unengaged enemy immediately engages if it moves into the same location as an investigator. Okay. So, moves and engages. And then it would attack me. For 2 and 2. So I'm going to take 2 health and 2 horror. The thing is, I'm fairly resilient, and here's the issue at the moment. I'm not sure I want to kill him in one turn, because he gets rid of the pit boss and the mobster. So let's see what we can do. Okay. It's ready up. Draw my card. Gain my 2 resources. Hard Knocks, which is really good at the moment because I'm going to need that bonus. Okay. There. Twist of Fate, Revelation. Reveal a random token from the Chaos pack. If you reveal the happy symbol, I'm calling it the happy symbol, or a positive number, nothing happens. If you reveal any other number, take 1 damage. If you reveal the bad stuff, take 2 horror. For reals, this does feel like a gambling scenario. Well done thematically. Well done. -2. Any other number, take 1 damage. So, 1 damage. I need 1 more clue. I really need to get a clue. Okay. Twist of Fate goes in the discard. Okay. Lone Wolf gets me a resource. When the investigators... Okay. Start of the enemy phase, discard each criminal enemy in the same location as an abomination enemy. Okay. If I elusive here to disengage with these guys, they all become exhausted. They don't move. Because they can't do anything. And then the pit boss and the mobster die. If I go to the card room, so this would be 1. Going to the card room and move to a revealed. So this would only take 1 to get to the card room, plus exhausting and disengaging. So that would be 1. And then I could try and get some clues. I think that's what I do. So, I'm going to play elusive. All these guys get exhausted. Well, no, he gets exhausted. and is stuck there for a turn, I believe. Because he will ready, and then he will move the following turn. And that will move me to the card room because that's where I want to go. Okay, that was one. Two. Just anything. -4 is an even number. Ah! Okay. Objective. When the investigators have collected the requisite number of clues, they must immediately spend them in advance. Spend 4. Advance. That was 2. After speaking to a number of gamblers and servers, while there is an abomination running through the club killing everyone, it seems as though Dr. Morgan has had quite the run lately. Instead of cashing out his winnings, he was convinced to double down. He was last seen entering the guarded hall near the back of the card room. Put the set-aside darkened hall into play. If it is Agenda 1, discard cards from the top of the encounter deck until a criminal enemy is discarded and spawn that enemy in the darkened hall. It is not. How do we get to the darkened hall? We go there from here. Okay. So. Skin game. Dr. Morgan is somewhere in the private section of the club where only VIPs and the club's managers are allowed. If you were to find him, you're going to have to sneak in or even fight your way in. Objective. Only investigators in the VIP area may spend the requisite number of clues as a group to advance. But where's the VIP area? Did I miss something? In the darkened. Okay. Well, I'm going to go to the darkened hall as 3. Unfortunately for right now. Because, yeah. There. 2, 3. Please say this is the VIP area. Forced. When darkened hall is revealed, put into play the 3 set-aside back hall doorway locations. I'm running out of room. I'm going to rearrange really quick. Let's move that up, that up. I honestly thought I would only shuffle. Let's do this. I'm going to move you over, you over. You guys are about to get stomped. This is attached. Let's do darkened hallway there. We're just rearranging the board. And then the back hall doorways will all be there. Then our play space is confirmed. Okay. Okay. That was 3. Move. Exhaust. Yep. Okay. I'm going to look up something really quick, because again, I'm new at this. Enemy phase on page 25. Okay. Okay. That's what I thought. The enemies will ready during the upkeep, and then Hunter will resolve, but those guys will still be dead. And now I'm 2 away. I think I need to make it 3. Or do I drop the flashlight? I know I need 2 clues. No. Because Arcane Studies will give me +2 if I need it, and I can get the willpower from that. So let's try doorway number 1. Art Gallery. 2 forced. It gets a clue. After you fail a skill test while investigating the art gallery, lose 2 resources. Where is the VIP lounge? Okay. Was that 4? Okay. Played. Gambled. Moved. Yep, that's 4. Okay, we are out. Now let's ready things. Draw a card. Gain 2 resources. Good to know that resources aren't a problem in this game for me, this run. Okay. Doom. Let's see what kind of shenanigan trickery can come up with to mess up this next turn. Frozen in Fear. Into play in your threat area. The first time I would move, fight, or evade. Each round it costs 1 additional action. Great, because I was going to investigate, move, and then have something to do. Now I can investigate, move, and move. Fun times. Okay. So, and I have to do that. I was going to be able to play Emergency Cache, but I'm not going to. I've got 4 resources. That should get me there against a 2 Shroud. So I'm going to investigate. Committing Flashlight. And using Arcane Studies twice. So I get 1, 2, 3. So I'm at 6. 6 versus 2. I honestly can't remember if there's -5 in the bag or not. +2. So I get it. So that's 1. Let's go 2, 3, 4. Doorway number 2. VIP area! Yes! Now I can spend the clues to advance. It's still my turn. That gets 1. I'm going to spend both of them to advance. From my understanding, I can do that because it's still my turn. And I'm going to roll with that. I cannot draw fate cards or gain resources during the upkeep phase. Okay. This one is split for Act 2B. If players have not completed extracurricular activity, players have completed extracurricular activity. The VIP rooms are filled with the mangled and bloodied bodies of unfortunate patrons. There doesn't appear to be any trace of Dr. Morgan. You hear screaming and gunfire from the main area of the club. Put the set-aside Peter Clover into play in the Clover Club bar. Clover Club bar. Okay. Okay. Search the encounter deck or out of play for an abomination enemy and spawn it in the Clover Club bar. Advance to Act 3A fold. So all in is gone, and we are advancing to fold. Okay, let's find an abomination. I like to just flip it over and find the first abomination. Rats, monster abomination, conglomeration of spheres. This is bad. Advance to Act 3A fold. Okay, let's shuffle these up. Oh, yeah, we aren't there yet. Fold. Free drinks for whoever gets me the hell out of here, a man exclaims from the bar. While Peter Clover is not controlled by a player, he gains Parlay, test Willpower 3 to convince Peter to follow you. If you succeed, place one clue from the token bank on him. If there are 1 clues on Peter Clover, take control of him. That's weird. If each undefeated investigator has resigned, advance. But how do I resign? Is there a resign? Maybe it's this one? Let's see. We gotta get to him though. Like, oh. Did I do Lone Wolf? Nope, I did not. Okay. Okay. End of my turn, or I gotta test that. The thing is, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I got to. I gotta commit guts to this and spend 2. Lone Wolf will give me 1. So if I commit guts, that gives me 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I think I have to, because moves are more important. Because I can play Emergency Cache is the same as that, so that gets me 3 resources. So watch me draw another Frozen in Fear. 7 minus 2 succeeds. I draw a card. And discard Frozen in Fear. I drew a knife. That's not a knife. This is a knife. Okay, ready? Ready. Oh. Nope. Enemy phase. Criminal enemy in the same location. So I'm going to set him because I know that he goes in a different spot than the mobster. For organizational purposes. So we're going to... Okay. The start of the enemy phase, if nobody controls him, deal a damage to him. Okay, and these guys move to the card room. Okay. Okay, now it's upkeep. Do I check that out first? 1, 2. Evade, evade, move, move. I don't think I can get there. I think I have to go straight there. Okay. I don't get to draw. I don't get to do resources. Go me. Doom and an encounter card. Just a fate. Reveal a random token. You get to take some damage or horror. Probably some horror damage. So let's do that. Half dead. That's a 3 and 3. That would basically kill me. Okay. Lone Wolf gets me a resource. I think I just have to plow in. 1, 2. Evade, evade. One, two, evade the lurker. 1, 2, evade the lurker, shoot the spheres. Okay. 1. Two. Three. And then evade for 4. 3 versus 2. Hope I get lucky. Or do I shoot him in the face? I don't think I can afford to take the damage here. So, I'm going to try and evade him and see what happens. If I can evade the servant, I'm going to take 1 and 1, which is fine. They're going to ready and re-engage. And he'll take 1, so I have to get to him and succeed in a willpower test. Okay, so let's see if we lose right now, or... You guys have so much hit points. -1, 2, yes! So, there it goes. He's still engaged with me. Enemy phase. Peter takes 1. He attacks. Take 1 and 1. Upkeep. Readies and engages. Ready. Draw a card. Gain 2 resources. I drew manual dexterity. That was a lucky draw. Evade, evade, move, willpower. Or do I just take the attack of opportunity from the conglomeration? Put me at 6 and 4. I think I'll be okay with that because I want the resources there. Okay. Provided we don't get absolutely hosed here. Twist of Fate. Negative, so I take a damage. Cool. Okay. My turn. I gain a resource from Lone Wolf. Going to attempt to evade the Servant of the Lurker, committing manual dexterity so that I'm at 5. Do I spend 1 to go up to 6? I do not. Five. Please not a negative. Negative 1. 5 versus 2. I get to draw. And I have evaded. Conglomeration of Spheres will move with me. And I believe I get an attack of opportunity here. This is my first time doing this particular thing, so let's look. Attack of opportunity. Each time an investigator is engaged with one or more ready enemies and takes an action other than to fight, to evade, or to activate a parlay or resign ability, each of those enemies makes an attack of opportunity against the investigator in the order of the investigator's choosing. Each attack deals the damage and horror. Okay. So, I took 1 and 1. Probably gonna die. Yeah, I'm gonna die. Now Leo will take it. Take it on the chin. I think, can allies take the attack of opportunity? Okay. Yep. We're just gonna do this. Okay. Now, that was 1, 2, 3. And then parlay is 4. Or do I get him and evade? Nah. Parlay is 4. Let's pump willpower up to 7. With arcane studies. -3 is 4. Got him. There's one clue, place a clue on him, blah blah blah. He has a clue. Okay. I have Peter Clover. Okay, I got him. We are good. Now we need to find a way out of this mess. Do I take it to keep Leo alive? I think I do. I think I have to take this attack and I have to keep Leo alive. It's going to be super, super bad when I lose this. But I think I'm not keeping Leo alive because he won't do anything until he readies and engages. But my only hope this following turn is to evade, move. If I evade, move, because I need to get 2 moves away. So I need to get to here. So, yeah, so I have to take this attack. And hope that the encounter card does not make me automatically lose the game. It probably will. Let's be honest. Okay. So, moves, but does not engage. Still engaged. Okay. Upkeep. He readies and engages with me immediately. I draw a card. Ooh, this could be good. Gain 2 resources. Okay. See if we lose. Doom. Draw. Each player who has had a drink loses 1 action. Okay. And surge. Yay! Are you kidding me? Okay. We're about to go always sunny in here. So then, I started blasting. Done with this evading stuff. See how many people we can take with us at this point in time. Okay, my turn. Lone Wolf. Going to get me a resource. I am going to attack the Servant of the Lurker. Using Jenny's Twin 45s. Gives me 5, 6, 7, 8. Eight, 2 damage. I get to draw a card if I succeed. I'm not going to succeed. 0. I did succeed. Takes 2 damage. Wait, did I want to attack the rats here? I think I have to attack the rats here. Because I have to kill a... no. Shoot, kill, evade. Okay. Shoots. Draw. Hits a flashlight. Okay. Okay. Attack the swarm of rats. Let's pitch the knife. And yeah. And spend that, so that'll give me 4. 5. 5 versus 1. -2. It's a 3. That kills the swarm. Let's go to evade the lurker. We're going to think on your feet, so that'll give me 4. I'll go to 5 on this skill check. Yeah, let's go to 5 on this skill check. +3. Servant is evaded. Go me. Oh, look at this guy. Oh, he is a guy who does not come into my deck. Okay. Go to evade the conglomeration of spheres with a 7. 7 versus 4. This is my 4th action. 7 versus 4, that's -2, so 5. I still get it. Enemy phase. Nothing happens. Upkeep. Ready. Draw. Gain 2 resources. These guys ready and automatically engage with me. So I'm gonna start blasting. Okay, let's see if we lose the game. Hunted down. If there are no unengaged criminal enemies in play, hunted down gains surge. Place 1 doom on each criminal location. If there was no doom placed, lose 2 resources. Oh my gosh. Now I don't think I can do this, because I don't think I can do this with 1 resource. I'd have to get severely lucky to do this with 1 resource only. Okay, start of my turn. Lone Wolf gives me... here. Yeah. I'm pretty sure this is an exit. I just don't think I can get there. He could take the attack of opportunity from the servant, but I'd still die. And he's going to move with me. So I have to evade them both. No resources, because I just lost my 2 resources I was really hoping to use. Because I was hoping to test 4 versus 2 and then 5 versus 4 and get lucky. But Okay. Let's see if we automatically lose. Going to attempt to evade the servant of the lurker. +1. I evade the servant of the lurker. Are you guys ready for some luck? Or some lack of luck? This is bad. Promise I'm not feeling. I just had one I wanted. What is it? Oh, I was going to spend that. Sorry. Nope. I really was. Going to spend that because I wasn't counting on drawing that. 0, 4 versus 4. I evade. Okay. Move. Because that was 1, 2, 3, 4. Truly I was. I'm not cheating. I realize it looks like it because I do forget things occasionally, but I really wasn't. Okay. Enemy phase. They hunt. Okay. Okay. Everything readies. I draw my final card, which is Perception. I gain 2 resources. We go to the Mythos phase. Chaos in the Clover Club, Agenda 3A advances. As the strange abominations continue to rampage through the club, the building's foundations shake and tremble. You flee toward the exit, but you are caught in the collapsing rubble as the club is destroyed. I'm pretty sure Resolution 4 is bad, but back alley, resign. We can get out this way. One action off. One action. That cost me. That's something in the drinks. See, I told you if there's anything that you ever need to remember that's like, hey, remember that you did something and something. That's why. Okay, Resolution 4. How badly did we die tonight? And when I say we, I mean me. I'm sure all of you are way better at this than I am. Resolution 3, Resolution 4. You are pulled from the debris by several firefighters, one of whom exclaims, "We've got a live one." A few of them patch you up, and the cops ask you what happened. You're certain they wouldn't believe your story about horrible monstrosities demolishing the building from within. Unsure of what to say, you give a vague statement about not remembering much. "We're bringing you to St. Mary's," one of the nurses say, pointing to a nearby ambulance. Knowing now how dire the situation is, you slip away while she is distracted by something else in the rubble. In your campaign log, record that the O'Banion gang has a bone to pick. Really? The O'Banion gang. Okay. What was the one if we'd gotten there? R3 would have been the one. And it looks a lot better. Okay. 1B. O'Banion gang. Gang has a bone to pick. Francis Morgan was kidnapped. Riding with a hurt shoulder really hurts. If any player cheated, add 1 to the chaos bag. I don't believe I cheated. No, I did not cheat. Not a cheater. A lot of things, not a cheater. Did not cheat. Right, because that was the one up here that, no, I wasn't doing. Each investigator suffers 1 physical trauma. 1 physical trauma. And I have 1 mental trauma. Mental trauma. Your campaign log. The investigators were unconscious for several hours. Unconscious for several hours. Also, the investigators should really go get checked out for concussions. They're nothing to mess with. Each investigator earns experience equal to the victory X value of each card in the victory display. On experience, he or she reflects on the night's events. Club Pit Boss is 1. 2. 2 experience. Plus 2 XP. Okay. If this is the first scenario, otherwise proceed to Interlude 1, Armitage's Fate. Okay. We're going to go ahead and do this right now. The investigators were unconscious for several hours. Read Armitage's Fate 1. Armitage's Fate 1. You are more than a little rattled by your experiences in the university and the Clover Club. You're not sure what to make of whoever or whatever was after Rice and Morgan. Worried about Dr. Armitage, you swiftly make your way back to his home. When you arrive, you find that the latches of his front door have been busted open, and his living area and study have been ransacked. Dr. Armitage is nowhere to be found. Searching his home, you find a journal the intruders didn't steal, tucked beneath several other documents in the bottom drawer of Armitage's desk. The journal appears to be written in a strange language you cannot decode, using a script you've never seen in your entire life. Uh-oh. Fortunately, it seems Dr. Armitage has already gone through the trouble of translating it into English. Apparently it belongs to one Wilbur Whately. The journal, along with Armitage's mini notes, tells a startling tale, one you would scarcely believe had it not been for your harrowing experiences earlier tonight. In your campaign log, record that Dr. Henry Armitage was kidnapped. Armitage kidnapped. Each investigator earns 2 bonus experience. So, 2 plus 2 XP. I'm an insight into the hidden world. The story continues in Scenario 2, the Miskatonic Museum. Okay. That is it for the base campaign for the Dunwich Legacy. Those are the breaks. I mean, if maybe I should have fought a little harder, mowed down that Servant of the Lurker a little earlier, but at the end of the day, I truly think that that one lost action, that's all it came down to, which I'm okay with. This was a really fun scenario. I felt the second it escalated, because at first I was kind of lollygagging around, and I'm going, oh, this is going to be easy, these are low clue counts, I can get 2 at a time. I felt pretty good about the entire thing. But once it started going, it went. I like that I didn't go all the way through my deck and still felt like I did a lot of really, really good things. Gosh, I don't know what I honestly don't know what I would have done differently. I'm sure I'm missing something, but I'm almost tempted. Do I have 2 perception in here? The problem is, without knowing the scenarios, I'm pretty sure I'm going to come to a scenario that requires having all of these knowledge bonuses in play. So, yeah. That was the Dunwich Legacy base game. For those of you wondering, I do have a surprise over here. And that is, we are going to be continuing. And then we're going to continue a little further. And then we're going to continue a little further. And then we've got the entire campaign ready to go. Those of you who are familiar with the game obviously know that I have some cards out of the Essex County Express in my deck already. I honestly waffled on that, but those cards were just very, very good. I thought about waiting until I made it to those scenarios. I think in the future I'm actually going to do that. I'll just wait until I get to the scenario to add those cards. So I haven't been looking at anything. But yeah, I really enjoyed this. I feel like I'm on my feet a little better than I was in the base Night of the Zealot campaign. I feel like I've come a long way. Hopefully, if you're watching this, you're learning too. That's always a fun time. Sorry, my mouth was getting a little dry there. But I feel like I'm getting a grasp on this game, and I don't see myself wanting to stop playing it. It is a lot of fun. So I'm going to let you guys go. I hope you have a wonderful evening. I do not know when I will be back, but rest assured that I will be. And enjoy yourselves. Remember that this game, Fantasy Flight Games, does reprint things. I realize that stock in this game, the scenario packs, the campaign boxes, is a little low right now. Trust me, I know the struggle. I really had a hard time finding the Miskatonic Museum scenario pack. But that's good. Because if the demand's out there, these board game companies are going to reprint. And it looks like they got restocked sometime in March, the last time. With the global pandemic and everything like that, I'm sure things aren't reprinting as fast as normal. That's completely understandable. But hopefully we'll be getting some more scenario packs in stock soon in places. I know when I went to my local game shop, they were just out of print. But please, 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 patronize your local game stores. See if they have it. See if they can get you on a list to get it in. I understand that they aren't going to have the stock that Amazon has, but they're also going to work for you harder in a lot of cases, and if they don't, go find a different local game store, because I live in Nowhere, Idaho, and the game stores around here, all of the ones that I've been to have been awesome, and they'll always try and find your stuff for you. They'll put you on pre-order for things. And yeah, so, you know, that's my speech for the night is give your local game shop some love. They're struggling. The small businesses are struggling. Amazon's not hurting for money right now. They aren't. But your local game store, see if they can get you in Arkham Horror. Arkham Horror also has a board game. I haven't played it yet, but I'm looking forward to it because it's based on the same type of thing as the card game. So next time we will visit the Miskatonic Museum. if you're catching this and wondering about our Keyforge schedule, rest assured that Keyforge will happen. We just had a snafu this week with me moving, and hopefully we will be back next week. Possibly with a couple of stream improvements, if I can get the setup right. We're also going to be in the when Tom and I are streaming together, we'll actually most likely be doing it in a different location than my solo streams moving forward, because of space and time. So we might have green screens. No promises, just saying. So that would help. For instance, you can't see me. Yeah, you can see me. You can't see me. Now you can see me. Anyway, I'm done rambling. I do that a lot. Thank you all for watching. If you're watching this, please follow our Twitch channel. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel. Give us a thumbs up if you want to see more content like this. No, I'm not some big person that's going to go, well, you know, honestly, if one of the YouTube videos hits more than 10 views, I'm like, I'm going with this. You know, not looking to go viral. Just looking to have a little fun, hopefully put some content out there that people enjoy, even if it's for one person, because honestly this is fun and it's pretty low effort for me to turn the camera sideways and stream and play a game that I love. So thank you all very much. Have a wonderful evening. Stay safe out there. Stay healthy. If you are in the United States of America, vote. Just vote. Not going to give you a spiel about who to vote for, but go out and vote. Make your voice be heard. And that is all. Have a wonderful evening, everybody. Thank you.